Look at this photo. Now look at where it was taken. This photo has been taken on a green screen and had the planets and sunset added later. But I can tell you truthfully that it used zero CGI. But if that isn't CGI, then what is? And what's the difference between CGI and visual effects? And why do we get it all so confused? Well, let's start with what CGI even is. CGI stands for computer generated imagery. In other words, it's stuff that is entirely generated by a computer. This first started becoming a thing in the 70s with movies like Vertigo using some simple computer generated graphics for some basic effects. And then from here on, some movies did start dabbling with the idea of CGI, like in episode 4 of Star Wars when there's a CGI wireframe of the Death Star. However, for a while, CGI was basically just a little gimmicky thing used for some very simple effects. But that would all change. In 1993, Jurassic Park was released. This was one of the first movies to make photorealistic characters and effects for all the dinosaurs. This was groundbreaking and was the first time CGI had been used to make things look real. From here on, the use of CGI exploded in cinema, and by the time we reached the 2000s, we had movies like Lord of the Rings or the Star Wars prequels making entire CGI characters. This technology is incredible. Now, we can do almost anything with CGI, and modern movies can make effects that used to be impossible to do. Not just difficult, impossible. And now with free software like Blender, we can make incredible visual effects ourselves at home. But why do we all get so confused about this? Let's look back at the photo I showed at the start of this video. I said it didn't use any CGI, and I didn't lie. I used a green screen to put real photos behind me. The photos were real, so nothing was computer generated, meaning I didn't use CGI. But it did use VFX. VFX is short for visual effects, and unlike CGI, it's been around from the dawn of cinema. Ever since we've made movies, we've found ways to make stuff look different to how it really is. And that's super exciting. That's what has led to us creating technology like CGI. But the problem comes when we lump those two terms together. People just use them in replacement for each other and not really know what they each mean. This leads to everyone getting confused and no one really knowing what's going on. So, if you've read some article recently that says that this movie used zero VFX, just know it probably did, but somewhere someone's gotten confused. You know, there's a bit of a hate towards CGI these days. People think that it looks bad or it's taking away from what film used to be. But really, the excitement of making movies has always been to find ways to tell stories in a new way. And CGI is just another one of those tools that we've made to help us do that. And that is really exciting. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about VFX, go watch this video where I recreated the flying scene from E.T. And if you made it this far in the video, you probably enjoyed it, so subscribe.